About 35% of Clash of Clans players are in Town Hall 11 or Town Hall 12, but unfortunately about 95% of them are just wasting their time. But don't worry, in this video I'm going to prove to you that most of these players are wasting their time and then give you the brand new easy guide on how to avoid doing so at Town Hall 11 and then at Town Hall 12. Before we get started, what makes this guide different than any of the other Town Hall 11 and 12 guides that are already on YouTube? Well, this guide takes two concepts that have never been put together and merges them to give you the best result. The first concept is the recent equipment update, which most guides don't consider, and the second is strategic rushing, which is the fastest way to completely max your account without struggling from the normal effects of rushing. Before talking about each town hall separately, we need to talk about a problem that they both have, and that problem is finding a proper base layout for both your war as well as everyday defensive use. Don't worry though, I got you guys covered with today's video sponsor, Clash Fanatic app. Clash Fanatic app is the only app in the App Store and in the Google Play Store that is 100% adjusted for all the new blacksmith buildings that we got. The app also has amazing Town Hall 16 bases as well as 2-stage bases for all Builder Hall 2.0 levels. Not to mention the bases are split into categories of farming, hybrid, clan war, artistic, and progress bases for all Town Hall levels and all Builder Hall levels. And if you're worried about whether or not the app is legit, don't be, because the app has over 1.5 million downloads and 45,000 5-star reviews, and put this together with the easy to use interface that you guys can see right here, as well as descriptions for every single base. And guys, you have one of the best apps that you can use. So don't waste any more time, guys. Download the app for free with the link in the description down below, and thank you Clash Fanatic app for sponsoring this video. To begin, I want you to think about a tool that is too good for the job that you need done. For example, if you used a hammer to staple two pieces of paper together, or if you used a baseball bat just to knock on someone else's door. That sounds a little excessive, doesn't it? Well, this is exactly what using magic items at Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 12 is like. You're using tools that are way too good for the job and could be used for jobs that are a lot harder. But what's even worse is that you're not only wasting the tool, which in this case would be the magic item, but you're also wasting all the time you could be skipping with that tool later on. Thus, unless you're strategic rushing, which I would guess is less than 5% of people at these town hall levels, you're simply just wasting your time. But how can we avoid this time loss at Town Hall 11 and set ourselves up for success in the future? Let's get into that. Now, Town Hall 11 used to be the point where we would stop strategic rushing and catch up on all of our upgrades, but that is no longer the case. Because of the really short upgrade times and bad magic item value, we really want to keep moving and do very little when it comes to non-essential upgrades. At this town hall, you would upgrade the clan castle, laboratory, army camps, blacksmith, barracks, dark barracks, spell factory, dark spell factory, and storages. You can also put in some additional levels into the core defenses, the eagles, infernos, and expos, as these will help you defend your base and increase your war weight. Those of you that are already familiar with strategic rushing already knew all of that. What are the new principles that we need to consider at Town Hall 11? Well, if there was one thing that we could do that could completely supercharge our strength, we should probably do it, right? That one thing is investing into the Eternal Tome, which is easily the best hero ability that we have so far in the game. Now, to upgrade the Eternal Tome, we need a lot of ores, and to get a lot of ores, we need to be at higher leagues, so keep pushing to the highest levels that you possibly can. Now, one of the easiest ways to push to higher leagues and get tons of loot at the same time is by using sneaky goblins, which will unlock once you get to this town hall level. And if you're in clan war leagues or you're trying to win wars, then you should invest in hero potions from the shop, as they'll allow you to do really well in attacks. But this begs the question, since you have the hero potion, should you still be upgrading your heroes? It is my personal opinion that you do not need to upgrade your heroes at this point, due to the potion, and you especially don't if you have excess magic items like the ones we get from the gold pass. Alright, we've got almost all of our bases covered for Town Hall 11, but we missed the things that we use to actually play against other players. Of course, I'm talking about the troops, but you might not like what I have to say. Because we don't want oversized tools and we want the best value out of our magic items, we really need to get to the next Town Hall level as fast as we humanly can. Because of this, you won't be unlocking a number of armies from the laboratory, but you'll still get a handful to play with. I would personally recommend the E-Drags and the Sneaky Goblins, since these troops will help you when you're farming and when you're in war. You can then start investing into dragons, healers, wall breakers, as they are widely used, and it's good to get versatile upgrades too with our limited time, so spells are also quite useful to upgrade. Now when all the buildings that I mentioned before are done, or you max out your walls at Town Hall 11, you should move on to Town Hall 12. But before we continue, I need to ask you a question. According to ClashSpot, Town Hall 12 has the most players out of any Town Hall level. But if we take a look at the upgrade times, clearly the higher Town Hall levels have a much longer time to max. So why do you think we have so many players at Town Hall 12? One explanation could be that players just like Town Hall 12, but considering all the cool stuff that we get at later Town Hall levels, I don't think this is likely. Thus, it's probable that Town Hall 12 is the first place that players experience a lot of burnout and have to drag through. Add the time wasting to this and clearly this is a disaster. So let's go ahead and address it. Now when it comes to buildings, we're going to upgrade the same things as last time, so that's easy. We do get a new building though, and it's an interesting case, the Siege Workshop. The Siege Workshop is like trying to cook your own meal instead of getting a free restaurant meal. Your meal probably stinks and it's going to waste your time and effort. No offense to any of the chefs in the crowd, by the way, I'm just making a point. It's also probably a good idea to remove any barriers we might have when you're trying to upgrade your Town Hall to the next level. Thus, make sure that you upgrade your Town Hall weapon as well. Now when it comes to the laboratory, it's actually quite boring, and that's because it's practically the same. The only new thing is the Yeti, and you can put levels on that if you'd like. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about some of the new stuff. You're still going to prioritize the Eternal Tome because it is just so important. But what do you do when you get that to the max level that you possibly can? Well, you should probably move on to other pieces of equipment which are a safe bet to invest into, right? One of the safest things at the moment is the Invisibility Vial, as it is a really strong ability for the Queen and has great synergy with the Frozen Arrow. If you get both of these done, you can move on to the next most versatile piece of equipment, the Healing or the Rage Gem. And if you get all of those maxed out and you're still at Town Hall 12, you're at Town Hall 12 for way too long, so hopefully that's not the case. And now I know that a lot of you might still be worried about heroes or worried about what you're going to do with all of that extra dark elixir. So I'll say that if you want to sneak in a level here or there to not waste your dark elixir, it's fine. But the most important thing about this is that you shouldn't have heroes down during war, as this is one of the main ways that you're going to generate ores for your equipment in the future. Now speaking of the future, what things should you really focus on before going on to Town Hall 13? Well, it's actually kind of simple. If you have all the buildings that I mentioned before upgraded or the walls upgraded, just go to the next Town Hall level. And just so you know, this will take you some time. Even if you have 5 builders, Town Hall 11 can take 3 to 4 weeks, and Town Hall 12 could easily take you a month, so just be patient and keep grinding. Now you might have gotten something out of this video and learned how not to waste your time upgrading, but you're still probably going to be wasting your time. And how, you might ask? Because you can still waste your time by not knowing how to use all of your resources properly, which is why you need to watch this video right here, which can help players of all Town Hall levels avoid this deadly issue.